That earlier you thought January 1st was an answer. Now it's an answer.
It is going to be an answer and a question and another question and a couple more answers.
This is confusing.
So you got that to look forward to.
Ooh.
So, little history here. The earliest known New Year's Eve celebrations were in Mesopotamia back, about 2000 BC. So long time. The calendar we use now is the Gregorian calendar. I don't know if you guys are aware of that.
Not Gregorian chants.
That was after they got
We
the
could do
calendar,
those.
then they were able to do the chants.
They're not hard.
And that's based on a calendar that Julius Caesar created, with January 1st as the first day of the year. And that was partly to honor Janus, who was the god. That was the namesake for the month. Janus was the god with two faces, by the way. One looking forward, one looking backwards. He's the god of beginnings and transitions, gates, doors, passages, endings.
Oh, it's
which
a
is
dude.
transitional. Yeah, it's a dude.
Janus the man.
Janus the Manus.
But back in the
How do I
Babylonian,
miss these?
I
It's
don't
so
know.
easy.
That's so easy.
back in the Babylonian times, they did not have the Gregorian calendar. For them, the new year arrived during the first new moon that occurred after the vernal equinox.
Well, that's just too confusing.
You guys know when the vernal equinox is, or what that is? It is spring, but what is the actual
like
equinox?
Easter. Doesn't
Not
it
a
have
date.
something to do with?
It's the date in which darkness and light are exactly equal. So I mean that's the transition you're going towards summer.
Oh, I gotcha.
It usually occurs somewhere in March, so it would be the first new moon after the vernal equinox is when they celebrated the new year. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until 1582 that the Roman Catholic Church adopted the Gregorian calendar, which marked January 1st as the new year, and so that was.
So that would be different everywhere, right? Or not everywhere, but at different longitudes. So, right, because the sun would be in a different position, different time of year.
I think for the hemisphere, it's different
Yeah.
as far as the north and south.
So that would be really confusing. Everyone would be on a different year. Yeah, it's still 2018 up in Alaska.
They don't have it bad enough up there.
Yeah.
So back in the old days, the ancient Persians, they used to give New Year's
That's
Eve
a Pokemon,
gifts
Jeff.
of eggs. That was a big thing. A Persian?
Yeah. Am I wrong?
You're right, man.
So the ancient Pokemon used to give New Year's Eve gifts of eggs, which symbolized productiveness.
You said Pokemon's like such an old person.
Oh yeah, it's great. I love it.
Yeah, seriously,
Classic.
In all of nerddom, there has never been a more adult way of saying something than Pokemon with being like, Pokemans.
It was beautiful. I loved it.
God bless them.
Perfect 10.
That was
Pokemon.
the Parisian pronunciation, or the Persian.
The Persian,
because
yeah.
the Parisian would probably be French, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
La la.
Oh, what's happening?
Oh,
I
so
love it.
Good stuff.
the song that is traditionally sung on New Year's. Anybody? The song is
all
Yeah.
things sing? Or sign? Is it sign? All
Sign.
things sign. Yeah.
yeah. It actually means times gone by, and it was written by Scottish poet Robert Burns, who sounds a lot like that other guy from Scotland, whose name we don't mention around here anymore.
I thought it was going to be Time of Your Life by Green Day.
No, it was not. It was written in 1788, just before Green Day hit.
Oh, no,
it.
that's
Why do
the
I get
song
the
they
joke
play at
this-
every prom ever. That's right.
What don't I get about the Scottish joke?
Every time we talk about Scotland,
Oh, yeah, not that guy. We're not talking
right?
about that guy.
Thank you.
Scotland.
Ah, damn it. I did it to myself. I did it to myself because I didn't get the joke because I'm on like 37 minutes of sleep.
Yes.
So some traditions and some things that have become universal for whatever reason. Black-eyed peas, ham, cabbage are all considered good luck if you eat them on New Year's Day or Eve because it's believed they will bring you money.
New Year's Dave?
Dave?
Can we turn the cabbage into sauerkraut?
I don't want to
Just
eat
have a Reuben?
Jeff, I don't want to eat
That's a
anything off
good
New Year's
question.
Dave.
Wait, ham. What'd you say?
I do not want to eat anything off New Year's Dave.
As far as things you
Hey, I'm Dave.
he'd be a lot younger sounding if it was New Year's Dave.
Oh, because the baby?
Yeah.
That's even worse.
That's weird.
Things you don't want to eat: lobster and chicken. They're considered bad luck because lobsters can move backwards and chickens can scratch in reverse.
Oh my god!
So it
I've
is
been
thought that
screwing
these foods
myself for
can
years.
bring reversal fortune.
I've been eating chicken all the time.
To ensure a year of good luck, fireworks and noisemakers became tradition in order to scare away the remaining evil spirits to ensure a brand new start to the year.
And to frighten my dogs.
Don keeps showing up.
Good.
I think you guys are all familiar with the iconic New Year's Eve party in Times Square. The very first one occurred in 1904.
Wow.
And it was a celebration of the New York Times new headquarters. At the time, it was the second tallest building in Manhattan. The celebration involved a street festival that lasted all day, with a show that ended in fireworks.
No ball, though?
More than 200,000 people were in attendance for that first celebration.
Wow.
The New Year's Eve ball was first dropped in 1907, and the reason it was dropped then was because there was a fireworks ban in 07.
Wow.
The original ball weighed 700 pounds and featured 125-watt light bulbs.
Dang.
A lot like what it looks like today, right? In 42 and 43, the ball lowering was suspended due to the wartime dim out.
It's changed every year, right?
No, they had that one
they
for a
use it-
long, long time.
Right, but nowadays they do. Is that the same one every year?
I'm pretty sure it's
They
a lot
probably
more
put
digital
LEDs
and high
in
tech.
it now.
Yeah.
Well, right, but is it they use the same?
It's probably
design?
the same ball. It's just they can
I don't think it's
make
the
it
same
look
ball
different.
anymore. They changed
Oh, no?
that. No.
I don't know.
No, it's
I don't
definitely
pay
not a
attention.
700-pound ball with. It's definitely different
Because they put
high-teched
the
it.
date on it, don't they?
I'm sure.
In lights,
the things they can do with digital
Right.
and
So it's
stuff
not.
like
So
that.
it's, I'm not saying necessarily the same bulb, but it's the same design. They changed that though.
I don't have that information, but I don't think so.
I hear vigorous typing.
Yeah,
so
vigorous.
There you go.
I think someone's trying to figure that out for me.
So anyway, in 42 and 43, the ball lowering was suspended due to the wartime dim out. The crowds who still gathered in Times Square observed it with a minute of silence and followed by chimes ringing out. And the ball dropping tradition, which we think of as New Year's Eve and New York.
Don's still waiting for it.
The first time there was a ball drop, it was a symbol of time passing. It was not New Year's, and it wasn't even the U.S. It was in England in 1833 at the Royal Observatory in Greenwich. The ball was dropped daily at 1 in the afternoon so that the captains of ships could set their chronometers. That was its first thing. The
And
confetti.
it's funny too because Greenwich is like the time place,
Yeah.
It has been changed multiple times.
Okay. The design.
Well, I think it's so much the material because it says an iron one replaced it in 1920, another iron in 1955, and then they replaced it with aluminum. Then they said 1988, more traditional with white lights, so they added lights. Seems like aluminum, though, is what they've stuck with since that time. So it seems like it's been the same since like maybe 1988.
That's interesting.
One last bit of Times Square trivia. There's about 2,000 pounds of confetti that are dropped on the crowds.
And people have to clean it.
I know.
It's like
Yep.
the guy. It's got the guy who works in Spider-Man City.
By the way, all year long at the
Just never.
at that building, they have forms filled out where you can put on your resolutions for the year, and those are all chopped up and thrown out too, which is pretty makes sense because everybody's probably got their resolutions thrown out before the
Oh, God.
New Year's
yeah.
over anyway.
I'm just gonna go.
Resolutions
I'm just gonna go ahead and
don't
say,
work.
I know that I've been known to be a Scrooge, which is funny because it's not about Christmas. I love Christmas, but New Year's is stupid.
I don't think they had Scrooge on New Year's, did they? Was that?
Yeah.
He was still alive. He was around for Christmas. He was around for New Year's.
I don't understand-
I'm sure he was just as Scroogey.
I don't understand how it's stupid.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
What's the point of
hates
New Year's?
Year?
What's
sequel.
the point of New Year's?
Making everyone feel good like they get a new start.
Just fix your shit. You don't need a day for it. You want to stop smoking? Stop smoking now. Don't say, okay, I'm going to stop smoking in 2.5 months when the New Year starts. Just stop smoking now.
You have to start your year off right, puking into a bucket somewhere. All right?
I can't
Or-
even hang.
You know, if we ask him
I
to
know,
stop
right?
I can't-
complaining,
I can't stay up
he would
that
have
late
to
anymore.
Say, nah, I'll wait till the beginning of the year.
Like, is it midnight yet? I need to go to bed.
Look, I'm all about people trying to make themselves better. But do it. Who needs
Do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
I mean, come on, just do it.
Don't let the year do it for you.
Yeah, I mean, why, what do you need a New Year to do it? Just Do it.
Yeah, I agree. Do it.
Or just stop being a curmudgeon and let everyone enjoy themselves.
Curmudgeon is probably the better word than Scrooge. However, it's just like, why do we need a holiday just to drink booze? People do it all the time for no reason. It's like, here's a holiday, because holiday it's not
really about the
yourself
booze
anymore.
though.
Yes, it is. Give me a break. If booze doesn't exist, New Year's is not the same holiday.
It's not the same, but it would still be
Because New Year's is a party holiday.
we'd be like sacrificing pigs
anything
if there was no alcohol. I mean,
well, we had bacon the next morning.
So around the world, in Spain and a number of Spanish-speaking countries, people eat 12 grapes right before midnight to signify their hopes for each month of the year. Does that make more sense to you?
Now I think we should start celebrating it again.
yeah.
Okay. In Italy, people wear red underwear on New Year's Day to bring good luck all year long.
That's outstanding.
And that goes back to the medieval times.
That's outstanding. I love it.
Really?
Yeah. He'll be getting
Why
red
red?
underwear.
Because it's fun. They're fundies.
Fundies. Let me get my fundies
Actually,
on.
you might want to go a little bit further south. In Colombia, Cuba, and Puerto Rico, some families stuff a large doll, which is
Yes.
called
Wait, what?
a large doll, DOLL, which they call Mr. Old Year with memories from the past year.
Stick it where?
They also
In their
dress him
undies?
in clothes. Pardon?
In their underwear?
They
No.
don't stick it anywhere.
Oh.
Oh,
They take a large doll and stuff the doll. Mr. Old Year with memories from the past year. They dress him in clothes from the outgoing year, and at midnight he is set ablaze, thus burning away bad memories.
nice.
Which reminds me, I'm going to try to
I have created you
See,
to destroy you.
fresh beginnings, Bill.
Mm-hmm. It's all about that. All right, I'm going to give you some things that happened on January 1st through the years. I'm going to see if you guys can give me anywhere close to what year these took place in.
Ooh,
Mary Shelley's famous novel Frankenstein was first published on January 1st. What year?
1874.
I want to say it's a little earlier.
I want to say I have no clue. I just guessed a number. I mean, well, I have an idea, but
1860.
I would say it's earlier than that.
it could be.
It was earlier. It was 1818.
Wow.
See, if someone forced me to make a guess, the number I had in my head was 1826. I don't know why.
The Emancipation Proclamation was delivered by President Abraham Lincoln. This one should be the easiest one to narrow down the years.
I'm gonna
For
leave
some of you.
I'm gonna leave this one to Billy because he's good with presidents.
1865.
1863.
Wait. Emancipation
Yep.
Proclamation.
It called for the
you know what
freeing
I
of
was thinking of?
slaves.
No, I don't.
Gettysburg.
That was earlier too.
I wish
It was
we
earlier
would
than
have, like,
65.
recorded that. How he turned and looked.
But it was at the end of the war.
I would use
No.
that gif
1861,
all the
1865.
time
No.
on Facebook too,
Gettysburg
where he
was
was
not
like,
the end of
Yeah.
the war.
But the
Rachel, Gettysburg Address, please.
"Okay,
So the Emancipation Proclamation called for the freeing of slaves in the rebelling states, but the Confederate states ignored it, and it didn't apply to the slaves of the Union states. So it basically freed the slaves that escaped from the Confederacy.
1863."
Ellis Island was opened. The gateway for over 12 million immigrants to the United States from when?
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the gavel goat.
1600s. I don't know.
18.
No, this is something the United States when the Pilgrims weren't out there on Ellis Island. I'll give you that much of a hint.
1875.
Oh, that's true.
Billy,
Yeah.
is the gavel goat going to help you with Ellis Island?
I want to know if it's still standing.
All right, I'll guess
What's the question?
1750.
What's the question? I'm sorry. It is still standing. Okay.
That's good
Thank
to know.
God we know.
It's a tradition at the Rogues.
Ellis Island, the gateway for over 12 million immigrants, opened in what year?
I'm gonna say 18.
My answer is still stupid, isn't it?
1810.
It is.
It was 1892.
Oh, I was closest.
That late.
Yep.
That late.
I
It
said
closed
1875.
It closed in 1954. The first Rose Bowl game was played.
That's crazy. It was that late.
Yeah.
I would have figured. Oh wow.
Because I just remember a lot of immigrants during that time. It was like 1890 to like the early 1900s is when a lot of people came over. I know like my family came from Holland, and that's all when they came over was
Yeah, they should have closed
early
it that day.
1900s. Okay.
1899.
It was Christmas that day. They should have just closed the office.
Very close, Don. It was 1902. Michigan beat Stanford.
I couldn't remember
49-0.
I couldn't remember what